In a world, 4 friends, 1 mission, to bring freedom to everyone involved.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm doing a thing for the podcast.
Dude, just say the name.
Fine. It's the Freedom Friends podcast.
For a little ice action.
Croutons?
I need some,
Why don't you,
I need some tiny
why
icebergs.
don't you throw some icebergs in there?
Croutons and honey?
Croutons and honey. Are we fucking live? Is that fucking? Of course we are. Hey, fuck boys. So I'm getting a new beverage, but I've got a stick. There's drinks being passed around. We're sitting in a circle. Davey boy, that can only mean we're doing one thing.
Ooh. Are we masturbating?
Oh, we're masturbating.
We're
boys.
about to fucking masturbate. That's right. It's time. It is time. It is time. My favorite time of the week. It is time for the Freedom Friends Master Debate.
Wait, you only do it once a week?
Yeah, dude, I'm getting old, bro.
With his friends.
With my friends, anyways. You know what? I beat it twice today, though.
I'm work from home, man. It's like 3 times a day.
You beat a homeless man.
Yeah. Pass that down to Jazzy Boy, please, sir.
Oh, gracias.
Look at that
Si,
grace. It's like he'd done that before. Not for a long time though.
It's the undercup. Who does that?
Yeah. That's just courtesy.
It's just courteous. It's just
Right?
friendly.
Yeah, it's a friendly way to do things.
Well, I don't want to get my grubby mitts where he's going to put his lips until later.
Until I was like, finish the statement.
You've already touched your dick.
Yeah, but I wash my hands occasionally.
Let's see.
Smells like
so
garlic powder.
I got a debate phoned in, boys. And here's the question. If you could live through any century, what century would it be?
God damn it.
Now, I'm going to defer to Scott on this because he's been through all of them. So,
This is close to topics that we've discussed before because we've done the whole like if you could go fight in any war, what war
So,
would it be?
are you going to live for 100 years? Is that the idea? And it starts on day 1 of
So you get like
said century.
For instance, would you get like 1900 to 1999? Like is that what we're saying? Like you get that century? You get to live through the whole thing?
yeah, let's say that.
And let's get rid of the century and let's call it the 1900 to 2000 or you know, because the century is what one off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 19th century is actually 1800 to 1900, right?
Well, because of the way you count. Yes.
Yes.
That's why 1900 to 1999.
Yeah, so
1900 to 1999 is actually 100.
For confusion's
It's 100
sake,
years.
We'll just refer to the 100 years. So
Yeah.
Now, does it have to be picked on year 0?
I think
or
that's
can
I think that's a good restriction actually.
Or
is
can
that
I,
it's
or can I pick like from
right 1850 to 1949?
Right.
Like I say you have to pick. It's all gonna have the same precursor date.
Okay.
So it's all gonna be.
So
like,
you got to be like 14th century, 15th century.
yeah,
type
it's
of
got to be
shit.
like 1400 to 1499 or 1900 to 1999.
I don't like the fact that it's because if you're 0, if you're 1 years old, like on 1901, I don't like that because.
Well, you posed the question, Mikey. So that's do we get immortality like Scott, where I'm going to be the same age for
I
the
say,
100
all right,
years?
so you're 35 for this 100 years.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, see, that changes the fucking game.
It does. It does.
That
Right?
changes the game.
You're 35 for this 100 years.
Okay.
That's kind of perfect.
I like
yeah,
that.
that's
Right?
Yeah.
okay.
Are you 35 yet, Dave?
All right.
It's actually a good question. I don't know if you're like 27 or 50. Like, I have no fucking idea how old you are.
That's why Scott and I get along so well.
You're both fucking immortal.
I'm dead serious. I have no idea how
You know
old
what?
he is.
I don't know how old Dave is.
Fucking A, I know a lot about you, and I have no idea how old you are.
I'm 38.
Okay. I feel like all of us here are like the same fucking age.
Yeah,
Like,
basically.
Yeah.
Except for,
Yeah.
you know, Gramps over
2
here.
years older than you, Mikey.
He has no age.
5,275.
I just start saying it that way.
years
Don't say that you're that old. You just have no age. Like,
That's
it
right.
just,
I'm actually younger than
it's
you
all in the
guys,
phrasing. Yeah.
because you're going to die way before I
Yeah,
am anyway.
he still is 35. He's just been 35 for the last 2,000
I
years.
think this debate is just a rhetorical question about Scott's life.
What century, what 100 years was the best to be 35 in? Like,
All right. I have to say I'm not 1900
to 99?
to 99.
No.
Dude, I think I'm with you.
And I'm going to give you my reasons. One, when I was born, I had bad eyesight. So at 1900, like, I think glasses were probably a thing by then, right?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
And
Spectacles?
when I die,
Yeah, I mean, because
When-
Ben Franklin invented bifocals in like the fucking
Yeah, we've had spectacles.
1700s. So.
Continue.
When I die, I get a party like it's 1999.
Nice.
That's true. You're dying on Y2K.
Right?
That's kind of
that's awesome.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good, Paul.
You all worried about your computers? Fuck you. I know.
Could you imagine that? Looking at 11,
my computer's gonna reset.
looking at
motherfuckers.
11:59, going deuces, and then you just like fucking Thanos the fuck out.
No,
Like, you're just,
you just drop dead. But the best part about that is you can be totally making out with a chick
and just die.
and just die.
And you were gonna fuck her up for life. There was some like 47-year-old girl today that's like, I don't know why he died.
do you know why actually I'm with you on the 1900 to 99?
You got a lot of cool shit.
It's
You
awesome.
got-
But at that point, so 1900, more than likely, you're still going to get to experience most of the old world. Like
Yes.
it's still going to be a lot
Yeah.
of the old school.
Because when the Model T came out, like 14,
That was 1917. So
something like that. Okay, yeah.
I mean, you're still going to be like around where it was like people still rode horses.
Right.
There was like
Sure.
not everybody had electricity. Like
Well, you get to witness the Industrial Revolution.
you'll get to see all of that
At 35.
at
Now, if-
35. Yeah. So this
yes.
isn't even like
But
when I
there's a
was-
flip side of that coin. You also get to fucking see the Great Depression at 35.
Yeah, but no.
You get to see
no.
World War I, World War II at
Right.
35.
Right.
Like,
No, yes. But like during Prohibition, I know what the fuck I'd be doing.
that's true.
Not living
Yeah.
not living the Prohibition life, motherfucker.
right.
Right.
And
I'd
you're
be
saying
speakeasing it
Yeah.
up.
And
So
even
I'm going
at-
to
and at
caveat on this.
35
You're
with-
also immortal during this, so you can't get killed.
Oh fuck. World War One and Two? Oh fuck. Dude.
Oh, I was
World
out-
War One,
I-
Two,
Korea,
Korea,
and
Vietnam.
I was actually going to say at 35 you're also too old for the draft. So you can but if I'm immortal,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Game on.
Fucking hello.
we're dancing. I might fight for both sides. So like I don't fucking
I'm just murdering.
yeah. Like,
I'm gonna be like Wolverine and shit.
and you got to keep in mind the Great Depression sucked. But if you actually go look at the history, it didn't actually suck for like everybody. Like
Right.
it was an economic downturn, but it wasn't like
No, the
all
rich
of
were-
a sudden just everybody was
But
destitute.
like if you go into it with the knowledge of history too, like you can make some very good decisions.
and that's
So,
the
all
question:
right, so
is this
that's-
a time travel or is this just like?
So this is how it works, all right? You're time traveling back to this. And the second you die, you flash back to the point where you left. So like if we all chose 1900.
then it's 1900,
Yeah.
100%. If I've got to just keep repeating that century, then it's 1900.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody watched Live, Die, Repeat before
So
they
I'm going to
sent
say
this in.
I'm going to say before the Americas.
Wait. I got one more thing.
Cuz I want to go
I'm
to the
sorry.
Renaissance.
I got one more
That's
thing.
where I'm
I got
going.
one more thing in
So
the
you want like
1900s.
1400?
I want the 1400s.
You know what the hardest part about living 100 years and being immortal would be?
Can you imagine being like immune to the plague though when everybody's dying, just like walking around laughing?
It would be keeping yourself out of prison. That would be the
true.
I might end up in prison in the 20s and then like
Still
for
be there.
fucking- yeah.
80
Like-
years of just fuck.
Yeah, but they parole everybody. You know what I mean?
Not in the 20s.
Not in the 20s. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
maybe
yeah.
80 years of Shawshank. I don't know if I
Right.
could do that. Like,
I'm gonna escape.
They were easier to
I'm gonna
break out
escape
then,
from
though.
prison November of 1999.
Rockhammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be hard.
Yeah, I'm still thinking of 1900s. I
Okay,
think.
so
I think that's where I'm
I'm
going.
taking 1900s off the table because I want some
right.
quality thought in this.
Okay, then
I'm saying the 1400s. I want to see the Renaissance.
I'm
You
actually
just
going
want
to
to
go
channel
with.
your inner Weber, the broadsword.
No, I'd have to.
No,
I'd have
not
to
at
go.
all.
I'd have to go check my
Not even
dates. But I would want the last century of the Roman Empire.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can you pick where?
So that's
Right?
Oh
'Cause
yeah,
we,
yeah,
we were assuming America.
yeah, yeah. Anywhere.
Now I'm going to go the
where you
last century. If I can't take 1900 America,
You want to watch the?
or actually for that matter, 1900 England, I'd take that too.
You want to? So you want to watch like the fall of Rome?
I'd want to, well, because at that point, I would get to experience the height of Rome
And the fall
and watch it just
because
implode.
it burned in a day.
Or maybe you could save Rome.
Yeah, I could fucking re-steer history.
I wouldn't remember any of my history, so I wouldn't be much help to him.
But at that point, you're actually going to get to see like the height of it when they had like plumbing and like
Here's
it
the-
wasn't that bad. Like you just
here's
don't
the
have electric
twist.
lights. Other than that, I don't think I'd have to give up much. Like,
you have your phone and the internet works.
Oh my god.
Why do you keep
my
adding
God.
shit to this?
because it's fun.
so anyway, so I can take back my smartphone and I still have like Google access.
Yep.
Holy shit.
So you'd be like, what stocks are doing well today?
No, fuck that. I'd go back even further.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I go to back like biblical times, fall of Jericho and shit. Like, I wanna
No,
see
because
this
I'm not
shit.
gonna have the creature comforts, and I still want to be
Yeah.
comfortable. That's why I said Roman Empire, because that shit was like
I would love to be a Viking though. Like,
that's. But see,
Especially if you can't die.
but
what years was the Vikings?
Fucking
they were in hype
1200s.
through
Yeah.
like the 1400s. Like,
14,
yeah.
I mean, like essentially
13,
anything that happened
1400s.
within Western Europe was essentially.
Well, they say the Vikings actually landed in Americas in like around the 1200s.
Yes.
Well,
Really?
that's not even a say. We now know that's a
Yeah.
fact.
Yeah.
We have found like
Yeah.
rune stones and shit here that just literally. And when we finally got them translated, it essentially just said like Sven was here. Like there's like.
And like a dick.
Yeah, I mean, like,
It was like, you old sailor, you.
but that whole culture though was actually incredibly advanced. Like they had like legit political structure, good farming,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
they had food.
Lots of rape,
That's actually very little rape.
unless they were on campaign.
Even then, it typically wasn't. So they would go on campaign and they figured out that it was much easier to dominate a society if you bred into it.
yeah, that's why I'm a large Irishman.
Right. Because it's really hard
I've
to
never
like,
been to Ireland, but I am a fucking giant over there.
but it's essentially really hard to, hate your bloodline. So
Yeah.
they bred in, but they would go and like, they would improve farming techniques and
They
like
definitely
set up
had
new
the
society and all that
long
kind of
game
stuff.
in mind.
Yeah.
Throughout all their shit.
But if you go look at like actual history in that area now, it was all like the Danes that did all of that. Like, so yeah, now I'm with you. Like pre what we know is Denmark now, like that era, I could do that. But that was like extremely organized, badass religion. Like,
God, do you imagine how handy you would be though? Like you would be like making shit and like building things.
Oh my God.
but see,
And
I
they'd
would,
be like, how the fuck does this guy know this?
I would actually, so I would want to join.
How many times did you get burned at the stake as being a wizard?
Right?
But you wouldn't because they were all about that whole like if you knew advanced
Oh,
like
I
if
know.
you could figure out a better boat or you could figure out this that or the other like you became the man. Like they were all about
you'd end up being
innovation.
you end up being a Viking king.
Yeah, like you wouldn't want to pop into like 1200s England where it was like it's a witch. Like you don't want to do that. Like,
They burn you at the stake and you don't burn. And you're just like, you're right.
but no,
You're all fucked.
joining the Danes before they figured out how to cross the ocean where you could go and solve those problems. Yeah.
Wow.
Then all of a sudden you're like, you just got a big fucking beard and a braid and fucking all the money and fat bitches and you just fucking living the life and be like, bring me a fatted sow. I don't know why. I've just always wanted to say that. So like, I just fucking
Bring me all the fat titted bitches.
yeah. You two fight to the death. You please me.
I'm just kidding. You guys don't have to fight to
Yeah,
the death.
don't fight to the
That's
death.
fucking stupid.
Bring
No,
them
no.
the sticks. I do want to see you beat the shit out of each other. but-
just slap each other.
yeah, just slap it around.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Give a little slappy slap.
Yeah.
little slap and tickle.
Yeah.
Like,
You go down on me. You coach her. Like,
you say, oh, what a lovely tea party.
yeah, it'd be fucking great. By the way, tomorrow we're making better boats.
Shit.
I'm going to teach you guys about irrigation tomorrow, motherfuckers. Let me tell you a little something called indoor plumbing.
Yeah. Tomorrow we're going to invent rollerblades.
The Roman Empire's all on rollerblades.
Do you know how terrifying that would be? Just a Roman legion just rolling in. Just
One wheels. All of them.
those weird Segway things.
Yeah.
Like not the ones with the stick, just the
Just the two little
yeah.
the hoverboards. They're all
Yes.
just on hoverboards.
Be fucking amazing.
Some fucking like heavy horse fucking Scotsmen running in, and they're like, "Bree."
And that's the thing is like if you have the internet,
Yeah, but there's still a lot of things you would have to figure out. To
yeah, but
make
could you
a
imagine that?
hoverboard.
Like all of a sudden you could just introduce electricity
Just be like, and now I'm Tesla.
like 700 years before it was going to happen. And you're just like,
Dude, it would push the
dark as
industrial.
fuck.
It would push the industrial revolution to like the fucking 1600s.
1200s.
You know?
Well, you're probably talking 1400s for industrial revolution.
Yeah,
Because you could mechanize. You could start mechanizing.
yeah. As soon
Production and all that kind of
as soon as
stuff.
electricity came, it was like, game on, bitch.
You could go back and just be like, by the way, if you throw a little carbon in that fucking iron, it's going to work a lot better. Like, just
yeah.
that was like one of the major transformations in warfare was when they figured out how to make steel.
Yeah.
Like, and it was like, because some fucking charcoal fell in the iron, and it was like, this shit works way better.
Like the Chinese and Japanese were doing it fucking
Yeah.
eons prior to that.
So
though.
now there's a big discussion about that, though. Are you familiar with the Ulfbert sword?
Yes.
So the Ulfbert sword predates a lot of the folded steel stuff out of China and Japan. And so now they're trying to figure out
By like 600 years.
right, but
Dude,
they're
the
trying to
fucking-
figure out like was there an open trade path that was happening
the Silk Road, bro.
Yeah.
on the Silk Road where that steel is not originally Chinese and Japanese, it was originally like Danish and then wandered its way east. Not
Maybe.
it was developed in the east and wandered its way west.
Yeah.
Like there's a huge argument about that now about which sword is actually where did steel actually come from?
That's the only time I watch Pawn Star videos is when it's talking about samurai swords.
Right.
Yeah.
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 I'm a fan too.
But the Ulfbert sword is
because they just put the
impressive.
clips on fucking
Oh, yeah.
Facebook and you're like, yeah, I'll watch it.
But they're digging Ulfbert swords out of like lakes and shit.
Yeah.
And it's like it's a 700, 800, 900-year-old sword, and it's like we could still sharpen this. Like this is insane. Like it's amazingly advanced steel.
That's fucking cool.
So
Is it folded?
it's truly forged. They're thinking that high carbon steel made its way over, and then the Japanese and the Chinese started introducing the folding technique.
Improved on the.
Well, where they kept folding it.
It's probably out of necessity though. Like
Yeah. I mean, the
That's-
smelting iron and building, gathering steel at that point in time was ridiculously labor intensive. So
Sure.
like when warriors would fall in battle, they would take those weapons and reforge them into new weapons
Yeah.
for the people coming up.
Yeah.
So that's why you see like,
Yeah, even broken blades and stuff, they took
Yeah.
it all back and like
yes,
melted it back down and hammered it back out because it was like
Yeah.
it is literally easier to rework this broken weapon than it is to try and do this from
Yeah.
scratch again.
Fuck
So,
yeah.
because
They
that's
can't be,
one of the
like,
reasons that you
mining
don't.
ore and shit.
Well, you don't see that many weapons from that period, from like the pre 1300s feudal Japan time frame, that are actually still in circulation because of that exact principle. I mean,
Yeah.
it was
It just got
too
recycled.
expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's actually why spear warfare was so popular. It was
Wow.
a fuck ton easier to make spear tips than it was to make swords.
Yeah.
So that's why almost globally spears are the most common weapon format.
Zuckerberg likes the spear.
So you're saying first pick.
1900 to 1999. When you're saying I can go anywhere, anytime, and take
Yeah.
the internet with me,
My wife's calling me and I don't know why.
oh, this ought to be good. I'm gonna go with.
Hey, love, you're on the show. What's up?
Tracy's there. She should be coming in a minute.
Oh.
Oh.
Which actually brings me into my next debate topic that I was
Your
curious
next
about.
debacle?
My next debacle. We're doing the debate. We're talking about what if you had to pick a century to go back in time to, what century would you pick?
You're 35 going in.
You're 35 the entire time and you're immortal and you have access to the internet.
I don't know.
You're like, I don't know, you're retarded.
I don't know.
Okay. And I want to publicly say thank you for my Father's Day gift.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yes, it was choice, and you know me so well.
Dicks all day.
Dicks all day. Love you, Abby.
All right, love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
And so that actually brings me to my next debate topic that I'm curious about, boys, and that is if you could pick a freedom friend from our fan base to come and visit the show, who would you pick?
Fucking Tracy. That's who I got.
Tracy's school teaching ass just walked in.
Conveniently enough, Tracy's here.
We were literally about to talk about this, and she just walked in. That's really funny.
No, and so you kind of brought this up before the show.
I did.
And Tracy, actually, I forgot that you were coming to visit, and I was going to say Tracy, and the reason being is the consistency and the engagement isn't. It's genuine.
From day one,
Right, but
she's been there.
But it's been genuine engagement. It hasn't been the whole like.
And she fucks with me when I'm at work on shows too. And she talks about freedom friends. She gets me in trouble.
but it's been genuine engagement. It's not like some of the other comments and stuff that we get that are like, let's
Yeah.
see if we can fucking really piss somebody off or whatever.
Yeah.
It's legitimately like on the lives, she tries to like push the conversation further, or it's a genuine response. Like
Yeah.
she's actually in her comments and her engagement is all tried to continue the conversation.
You know what I completely appreciate about Tracy is even when she disagreed with a topic that we had,
Yeah, she was still open to it.
she was open to discuss.
Yeah.
And was like, I don't agree with you on this,
But that's freedom.
but I get it. And that's what it's fucking right.
But,
that's
but,
freedom.
but I thought we were always right about everything that we said.
No, we're not liberals.
Oh, no? Oh. Okay. I guess not. Yeah.
I'm wrong about fucking
95% of everything,
95% of
yes.
shit. Yeah. What are you talking about? I'm always fucking wrong.
I know nothing. I just
Dude,
I just spout my ignorance with confidence.
If you ever,
so
yeah,
it comes
right?
across like I
If
know
you
what
ever
I'm
go-
doing.
If you've gone back and listened to some of our episodes,
God.
we don't know what the fuck we're talking about, man. Like,
Ever.
some of that shit has not aged well.
We also decided that we want to get all philosophical after a bottle of JMO and then record it. like, yeah.
I want to get real good with you, freedom friends. Let's talk about this.
Let's get real.
Well, fuck boys.
Yep.
I think it's about that time.
Well, why don't you lift a cup then?
I think I'm gonna. I want to lift this glass and say thank you for being my freedom friends. You and them jiggly boobies.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, it's gonna get nipply. The glass is cold.
It's got seashells. It's good to go.
It's good to go. It's a good insulator. I want to say thank you for being my freedom friends, boys, and like, share, subscribe, all you out there. Smash all those buttons. Hit us up on YouTube. God damn it.
Pay attention to the YouTube. There's going to be a lot going on over there.
Yep. And the live feeds are officially switching to YouTube Live tonight.
YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Yeah.
tonight we're going live on YouTube.
Oh, shit. I'm not going to be able to find it.
I know, right? It was more technology for Grandpa to figure out.
Just when I had it figured out.
Guess I have to go subscribe now.
Yeah, right?
You shit bag. What a fucking dick. OWellness.us. Use that code FreedomFriends25. Score yourself a quarter off your order over there. Or if you get to this before Father's Day, and if it
All you Patreon supporters will because you're the
Oh,
fucking
that's
real
right.
MVPs.
Right, that's
Yeah.
right. You can use the code DAD30, get 30% off for Father's Day. And of course, warfightertobacco.com. Use that code FreedomFriends.
And if
Score
you're any of our
yourself that
female
sweet
listeners, you could get
15%
30% off and use that massage oil for a little. How's your
Little-
father? Yeah.
Yeah.
Little, how you doing?
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. So, as always, 3 little things.
Little
Nothing
things.
crazy.
Around here, it's definitely all little things.
Very little things.
Yeah.
Some would say too little.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna cut this one just to fucking carry on that tradition and say smoke on.
That's right. Scotty boy.
Ooh, drink on.
God damn it, fellas.
Freedom the fuck on.
We'll see you next time.